Hello and welcome to coverage here at the Seaside Stadium. We've got coverage tonight of Crusaders and they take on Highfield live in the BFL Division 1. We've already had some games this game week so far and we'll go through all of them very quickly for you. So, first game in game week 2 this week, Richmond lost to AC Milan in quite a massive margin. Richmond won AFC Milan, 18, Oakford 2, Southend United 5, Seattle United 10, Croydon FC 1, and Crusaders and Highfield are live tonight here at 8 p.m. kickoff. And it's a huge game tonight. Crusaders versus Highfield. For Highfield, it's a chance to regain the spot at the top of the league if they can score a lot of goals tonight. And for the Crusaders, it's a chance to improve after a lackluster performance at the start of this season. Well, in the last few moments, we've just heard from the Manchester game that Manchester have forfeited their Division 2 game against Copenhagen just after half-time. Manchester 2, 10 Copenhagen. And we'll move on to the news side of things in the BFL right now. So earlier today, the Crusaders Stadium actually finished construction, so it's available for use for today's game. And as you can see behind us, we've got a night setting for this one. But let's talk about the BFL's newest star for Seattle. After Seattle's stunning 10 win over Croydon Wanderers earlier this week, solidifying themselves as title challengers, a possibly new great player emerged from that game, and his name is Oreo. Oreo was all over Croydon's defence in that game, putting on continuous pressure and making Croydon not have much of a say in the game yesterday. He also defended well, and although it just wasn't him completely nullifying Croydon's attack, he played a key role in Seattle's defence against Croydon. And who knows, can Oreo and Seattle continue to impress? And as you can see, we've got many fans here at pitchside, and it'll be an interesting one to watch today. It's a derby, but if you've already not heard from the news article in our the BFL channel, we will have a post-match interview with the Crusaders manager, so stay tuned for that one. Kickoff is in 26 minutes, I believe. And from what I've heard in the YouTube live chat, Copenhagen have joined the Highfield Ultras in the stands after they beat Manchester, as we just said, not that long ago. So that'll be an interesting one. And all the players are already warming up here. It'll be interesting. But we're also going to talk about earlier this week, we were able to publish and get an exclusive interview with the refereeing lead, Slack, and we can bring it to you now, which I actually posted last night at midnight. So I asked, is the refereeing up to the standards right now in the BFL? And he replied, it's always hard to tell. The refereeing teams strive to achieve the best non-biased and quality refereeing and officiating in the league consistently. However, there is always room for improvement. The next question, your point of view on the Darvel controversy, which will actually be played this weekend in the BFL Cup. He said, the Darvel versus Flight game was a severe breach in what the refereeing team are aiming to achieve. I'm disappointed in the higher ranking officials that were a part of this poor show. And the final question, what changes will you take to improve refereeing? And he said, we will always look at the rules and regulations of the game and try to adapt them to suit the modern day game. but that is not the change required at the moment. I think we need to look at our referees, especially with those with experience and regular activity, to pave the way to a strong refereeing standpoint. And as you just saw moments ago, we've already got some lively fans here at pitchside. I mean, the new stadium is going to play an important role tonight, as you can see the away fans all with their blue flares, so that will be an interesting one to see. The top stadium developer, Kama, has confirmed that today at 2:40 that Seaview Stadium, which we're playing in today, completed its construction, and tonight's match against Highfield will be played in the new venue. Crusaders, who have gone over a huge rebuild over the summer, have outlined their ambitions to be top end of the table come end of the season. Huge investments from Zani and his team have led to high expectations. However, after a 12-2 demolition at the hands of runners-up Croydon, doubts are being raised if the money was well spent. Sitting bottom of the division are after the first game week, players, fans, and staff alike will be desperate for results tonight against the holders Highfield tonight. For Crusaders, it's not certainly been the start they were looking for going into the season, and the loss away from home makes this match even more important for Crusaders. It's a must-win for their title ambitions tonight, because with many big names returning to Crusaders, they will need to show what they're made of today. Let's switch over to Highfield, the champions. They've had a very easy start to their defence of the Premiership title, only needing to show up versus London rivals Richmond to take all 3 points on the opening game week. But now they face a much tougher opponent than Richmond, and they know they can't be caught sleeping in this game, or Crusaders will capitalise. All they need to do is be calm in pressure moments and kill off Crusaders' pressure early on in the game. Well, let's talk about the standings in the BFL divisions after game week 1. And bear in mind it's only the first game week, they'll all be tied on points. So in Division 1, the game today, Croydon, Milan, Highfield and Seattle have all got away with the 3 points. It was Richmond, Southend, Oakford and Crusaders that couldn't get any points off the first game week, and Crusaders with a goal difference of -10 early on at the hands of Croydon, so not a good result for them. In Division 2 after game week 1, Everton, Spen Valley, Amsterdam, Brentford all on 3 points, and Copenhagen, Billericay, Manchester and Torquay all losing out, and it's Manchester who forfeited this game as well. They will still have no points after 2 game weeks. They were on a goal difference of -11. It's going to be a lot more than that now. Torquay with a goal difference of -13. I think they're yet to play. We'll move now to the BFL Division 3 after game week 1. CeeLo, Liverpool, Flyde, Crystal Palace all winning their first games, and the losing sides after game week 1, Birmingham, Darvel, Silverthorne and Luke Mania. But a reminder, that is not actually the real table, I've just realised, because the Darvel versus Flyde game was replayed. And so far, let's bring you the confirmed full-time scores from today. So it's the early game at 6 PM kickoff. CeeLo United FC lost to the hands of the away side Liverpool 8-1 after CeeLo forfeited in the 26th minute with 4 minutes to go. Manchester forfeited as well in Division 2 against Copenhagen, so with an 8 goal difference there, so they still won't have any points starting this season, and that's not how you want to start your season. You can see in the background of the shot the away fans jumping up and down, and they are going crazy here with kickoff approaching here. And it'll be a very interesting one. Just a reminder, if you just join us, you're watching pre-game coverage of Crusaders against Highfield, and the game will kick off in 19 minutes time. And as you can see, all the players, they're already on the pitch, and according to the BFL rules and regulations, they get 1 hour minimum of practice time before a match. Now, I think there was something going on before the match, because Crusaders, I believe it was, didn't show up to the match straight away, so I think they've lost a few moments of their warm-up, but hopefully it doesn't hamper their performance too much against Highfield. Like we said, it's an important match for them tonight. It's an important match for both teams tonight, because both of them would really want to win here. And just a reminder, if you just join us, we will have exclusive interview with the Crusaders manager after the match, so it could be a happy interview, it could be a sad interview. As you can see, they're out in their tens, I'll say. It's not that big, but it'll be an interesting one to say the least. And I'll love to hear from the Crusaders manager in the end to see how it goes. I did reach out to Bino, who has been under quite some scrutiny over the past few days in the BFL. Like we said earlier, the refereeing is a bit of a concern right now, and it'll be very interesting to see what they do in the near future. I'll actually see if I can find what Slack put, because bearing in mind we got the interview with him earlier, there was a Google document reporting on the incident here. I can actually have a look at all the key individuals. I've not read this yet, and I'll read out your statement. So Danny3 said, "I was very bored, I wanted to do something, and I saw that Flyd and Darvel match was starting soon, and I thought I could go officiate. And when I got there, I saw 5 officials, and I thought, why not add another just to be funny? But since there were already like 5 to 4 officials, I was just team ref to look like there was 6 refs for a joke. As the game went on, things seemed normal in the first half. Then at the start of the second half, the goals that just rolled straight into sorry, I just lost my clip. The goals just rolled straight into the goals happened, which I did not see either. With the pen, I saw Triuman with Beatles, but I thought he was moving with the lights, which I missed talking moved earlier, and I thought I'd let it slide for a sec. Then I'd tools him, but after the pen I proceeded to get distracted by a ticket and forgot to do it. Also with the guns, I thought it'd be a bit funny to have them as a joke to shoot the pitch invaders. In my opinion, they didn't really affect play, and for the last around 5 minutes of the game, I wasn't really there because I was downstairs in my house doing things." We'll move on to Robban, who said, "Don't know what to say, really. People have guns. Yeah, I showed up. King the view I had, and yeah, could have been something during the blue screen. No clue." I would read Williams, but his is very blurry, so I can't really see anything. I'll move on to JJ's instead, who said, I'll censor it as well because he said some rude words in this. He said, "Right, so I'm very off with the refereeing team today at the AFC Flyd versus Darvel FC match, as one of our goal got chopped off for the goalkeeper being glitched out, even though he wasn't, and apparently VAR said it was a goal, and King decided to say no goal, and then in the penalty we got, I saw Tyrone and Beatles, so I was like, he's adding a barrier, ain't he? And guess what, I was right, he did add one. And then after the penalty they got a goal, which should be chopped off Then they got 2 lucky goals, which was their second and third goal, and apparently the ball can roll all the way into the net with 1 touch. Also, I would like to know why the referees have gun. The refereeing team were actually named King, Danny, Bino, Robban, and Des. So there was 5 incidents actually. Incident 1, Creo red card for admin abuse. Incident 2 was for improper use of admin by the refereeing team. Uh, Scrolling down, I think there was well, moving straight on to incident 4, I didn't see incident 3 or a disallowed goal for a glitched goalkeeper, and I'm trying to scroll down. Oh, sorry, there was only 4 in the end. As the incident conclusion summary, this is what it reads. I slapped 13 head of refereeing, announced that this investigation was solely led by myself alone, with no bias towards either club or individual. I slapped 13 of refereeing, have decided the following consequences. And it says here, FC Flight versus Derby will be played as a matter of urgency. The game must be played between Tuesday the 14th of May and Thursday the 16th of May. I actually haven't seen anything about a replay, and it's the 17th of May, Friday, so that's interesting. And at the second, domestic actions regarding the use of B-tools and possible breach of charge code R7 under the BFL offensives as match rigging will be looked at closely. The following referees are subject to a formal apology to the referee league, that's Slack, for their actions, and will serve a week suspension from all refereeing duties, which will end next Tuesday, I believe. So not that long. Those are Robban and King. The next is the following officials are subject to a formal apology to the refereeing league for their actions and will be demoted from their current role temporarily until positive change is seen. The apologies will be forwarded to the clubs involved. That is Danny, Free, Domestic, Tayuman and Bino. Danny 3 and Domestic Tayuman will retain as referee until improvements are seen, in which they can be promoted back uh, to the senior referees. All referees and officials involved will be given a strike following this incident, which could affect their future as refereeing official in regards to promotion and rewards, etc., etc. Following the large surplus of unneeded referees involved in the match, a new rule instated states that only registered referees are now allowed to be involved with on-field, VAR, and fourth official duties. It's only until after the game that unassigned referees may speak up about issues. This removes both the use of unnecessary refereeing resources and could lead to a more professional and productive refereeing system. Uh, well, just want to thank everyone. I've just known that we've actually got 7 people watching right now. If you're one of those 7, thank you. Roy Keane actually said something about this earlier this week. We also posted this one in news about the demotion uh, and all that. Sorry, it wasn't Roy Keane actually. We had Liam on with the game around about 2 days ago, I think, and he said it's right they should have been demoted. Potentially, Bino should actually be scrapped as a referee altogether. The full interview is available on the replay of the match earlier this week, which was just trying to second. All right, Danny. Sorry, Danny. Uh, just trying to find out what match it was earlier this week. Because we actually have streamed a lot of matches, so I would subscribe if I were you, because we have got many matches coming up. It was Oakford versus Southend, to be precise, and that is the one you can listen to you can just scroll right to the end for the post-match coverage. As you can see right now, we're looking inside both changing rooms and we're getting really an inside look of how teams prepare for big games here in the BFL. You can see the change of the changing rooms. We just saw the Crusaders changing room. We're looking at the Highfield one. It's a bit darker as well, so really it's Crusaders' way of trying to get into the player's head. Who's blowing that whistle? Someone's blowing a whistle really loudly. So yeah, let's hope this game is a fair game, to say the least, and let's just hope that there's no controversial moments like in that game earlier this week. There was actually quite a few controversial moments in it, talking about the VAR decisions in the game as well. So it's very interesting, to say the least. And I'll just get a little bit closer to the players as they're lining up in the tunnels. As you can see, Imperial and Waze are leading both teams right now. You can see Domestic Dev is in a army uniform at the front. And, oh, you got 5 seconds before I'm red carding your entire team. I hope it doesn't happen. And because we've just done around about 30-minute build up, and if nothing happens, I will be a little bit disappointed. But kickoff here is in 8-minute time. We'll talk about the upcoming games in the BFL, because the BFL Cup actually begins this weekend, and it all starts tomorrow. Kickoff at 6 p.m. Manchester against Liverpool at the Manchester Stadium. At 7 p.m. tomorrow, Spen Valley host Everton at the San Siro, and at 8 p.m. tomorrow, Redford Town take on Torquay United. Well, here they come. They are walking out, and we are ready for this big match here in the BFL, and who knows, this one, any game in the BFL can actually decide who wins it. Currently on the pitch for Highfield, Sleep, CBA, Lush, Imperial and Koa. By the looks of it, the referee for today's game is Domestic Dev, and I think he should be wearing the proper uniform, but he's not doing that, so that'll be an interesting one. And the Crusaders fans are already going crazy here. The flares are out, the tifo is up, and it's a big match here. It's the first ever game in their new stadium, and they will fill the Satoy section tonight. And it's going to be the away fans that actually fill up the St. Virtual end. And Highfield there. It'll be very interesting to see what they can do in this match. We are nearly ready to go here for this big match. It's going to be Crusaders. They will host Highfield. This pitch is going to be one that may play a big story tonight. Get ready for the twists and turns of the BFL to continue. Here we go. Here comes the countdown. And we are underway. And actually, we are not. False kick-ups to start the game. And that's not what you want to do. One more time and a red card. Yellow card, sorry. Crusaders, they're going to play in their red kit tonight. The captain is Mega, who's wearing a captain armband tonight, so I believe he's the captain. Highfield, they'll play in their white strip. And here's a chance early in the game, and it's gone wide already. Here they come, stack up into the corner. They'll try and get something into the box here, but nothing comes of it, and stays 0-0 here in the early stages. Into the corner now again, and you can see the goalkeeper coming out there in the yellow kick for Highfield. And here's a chance for Highfield, as they will now enter the corner. They'll try and get it into the box at some point, and waiting for the perfect opportunity here in the early stages. Here's a chance for Highfield. They can't get a shot off, and into the corner. And we're into the box, and a shot, and it's in! Highfield lead early! And it doesn't count apparently. It's offside. Well, I think it should count. It might be a joke. And I think the goal will be given early on. It will be the Highfield team that lead early if it does, and the Highfield side are actually causing a lot of lag right now, jumping up and down. Some of them are actually going over the cage, spilling out of it, and the pitch, yes, it's full of smoke. The Crusaders fans actually causing what looks like a storm to the left. Well, it was a joke, and we will get back underway. It is 1-0 if you join us in the opening minutes. It's already a lead for the Crusaders here. And we've moved to midfield at the middle of the pitch into the Sir Metro stand. And here come Highfield to the red smoke end, as they should call it, as they already lead 1-0. And here's another chance, and it's by the near post. They can't get anything in. Stays 1-0 here, and the smoke has been removed. So here's a chance for Highfield. They can't get anything from it, and they'll come into the box again. The goalkeeper under a lot of pressure here in this one. That's Ways in the net, and here's a chance. Open net. Highfield can't get a goal, and it remains 1-0 here at the Seed side. And if I was Slack, I would be looking at the quality of the refereeing. I mean, Domestic Jeff, I don't think he's taking this match seriously right now. No offence, saying all that. We play until it's 1-1, then full time. But we'll continue with the match. Hopefully nothing like that happens. And Highfield, they've started well to this match. Crusaders, they started well in the first 30 seconds. And here come Highfield. And Carlos on the pitch. But here's a chance for Highfield. And it's 2 now. 2 early goals. 2 early goals. And Highfield have doubled their lead. Highfield have doubled their lead at the Seaview Stadium, and that is just what they needed. But Carlos was on the pitch. Was there some illegal subs? I do not know, but and I'm hearing that there was actually a glitch out. So it is in the stream, right? Well, We're having a countdown for 200. Here comes a shorter countdown for 8, and we will get underway when Crusaders take kickoff. And here we go. We're back underway. They'll want to come back in this one as they already have a shot here early. That countdown is still playing in the corner. But into the corner come Crusaders. They'd love to pull one back here and into the box. They cannot. Just that. And back into the corner. They'll try and get a ball into the box here. On the edge, trying to get one in, which they are finding quite hard to do right now. And Highfield will press a little bit. Crusaders, they've come back in the last minute or so. They've not scored any, but they put a bit of pressure on Highfield. But the table has turned once again, and Highfield, we're getting into the corner there, but as we move to midfield, seems to be Crusaders that are starting to press. Or I will stop what I'm saying here, because here come Highfield. No, here come Crusaders. I can't get anything right. It. We're moving to midfield now. As you can see in the background of the new Crusaders stadium, made just in time for today's game. The Sir Metro stand in the background. And here comes the ball into the box, and no one can get on the end of it. Here's a chance for Crusaders, and what a save from the keeper. And that was a very, very, very good chance for Crusaders, who's trying to get the ball in, but nothing coming of it that time, and stays 2-0 here. Highfield have secured their lead early on. If you're just joining us, you're watching Crusaders v Highfield in the Blocks Football League Division 1 Game Week 2. And Crusaders find themselves down early here at home as the keeper is forced to make a save here. We do actually have a Crusaders player on the side of the pitch. And I think that's Domestic Devus. If you just heard gunshots, that's why. So, don't know what Slat's going to have to say to that one. And we move to midfield once again. Trying now. Here come Crusaders. And nothing comes of it that time. The Highfield fans jumping, trying to cause some lag, because here come Crusaders once again. And another save from the keeper, and it stays 2-0 here. And the Sir Virtual stand is going crazy here. And we're here in the first half. Still 2-0 here early in this one. And you can see the Highfield keeper starting to press up just a little bit. You want to be cautious. You cannot give a goal up when you've got a lead like this. It's precious in the BFL. Anything can happen, and anything can happen like that. Highfield now 3-0 up. What a start. What a start. The Highfield fans are crazy. Unbelievable. What scenes. We actually do have some fans on the pitch, I believe. They've been able to penetrate the cages, but they'll be very happy, because Highfield away from home will be 3-0 up early on. It's a yellow card for Imperial for using the end command, which puts words across everyone's screen in the game, but forget about that. Highfield find themselves 3-0 up early on, and what a game to be up. We kick back off. And it's 3-0 Highfield as we just approach the 10-minute mark here in this first half. On the edge of the box, Crusaders are trying to find a goal here, and Imperial's actually just got a last warning for inappropriate language, as here come Highfield, and it's gone wide and into the box once again, and nothing comes of it. The goalkeeper pressing up once again. CBA, the Highfield goalkeeper tonight, not letting in any goals so far. Not really, actually, that many shots for Crusaders so far in this one. And if they are going to pose a threat to Highfield, they need to be better as well in their defending. They need to be better in their offense. They've pressed at some points in this match, but they need to get a lot more pressure on Highfield here. They move now to the corner of the pitch, trying to get a ball in. And here's a tap-in maybe for Highfield. And it stays 3-0 here. And here come Highfield again, off the crossbar, off the top. Tap-in is not in. And that was very close indeed. Very, very close. And here they come, off the crossbar, tap-in, and it's still not in. Many chances for Highfield, and it remains 3-0. Ways the keeper has got to be awake here. Many chances coming here. Many chances not going in. Will this be the one? And it's gone wide. Into the box. Here come Highfield, tap in. And it's Lush, who make it 4. Lush is 4 up. And it's Highfield that lead. And what a game to lead in. The Highfield fans, some of them jumping up and down. And what a game. And by the way, I've just seen, if you're watching the Southampton West Brom game, Rishi Sunak's in attendance. I find that it's just showing up on the screen. It's just said Rishi Sunak, UK Prime Minister. He's just clapped as well. What a melon. Why is he at Southampton? Oh, anyways. Unbelievable. I bet he was trying to get free school dinners there. Anyways, back to the action here in the BFL. Unbelievable. I didn't know Rishi Sunak liked football that much. I thought he was just a Keir Starmer. But the countdown rings out. And we're back underway here. Unbelievable. At the Seaside Stadium. And 4-0 here. I don't think they've actually done the scoreboard here in the game if you're in attendance. But here's a chance for Crusaders. And there's the ball is in the goal. It's very close. And here's a chance. And another save. CBA able to keep a clean sheet here so far in this first half. We are yet to have a goal for Crusaders in this one. As we approach the 15th minute here, we're in the 14th and last attack at 15, so I don't know when that is, but it will be coming up. And it is 4-0 here if you're just joining us. Mainly, the main story tonight is not actually about the BFL. It's about Rishi Sunak at the Southampton game. But we'll move back to the BFL as here come Highfield. They find themselves in the corner here. And on the edge of the box. And here's a chance for Highfield. And it was just run in. I never knew Crusaders would let in such a goal, and it's an own goal as well. It's Spey who score it. And I believe subs will be called here. I'll check who it's for in a second. But it's 5-0 after a terrible goal let in by Highfield. I mean, a goal is a goal. Let in by Highfield, sorry, Crusaders. A goal is a goal though for Highfield. And they'll take a goal either way. Apparently they're playing with an illegal player the whole game. But I believe it is subs. Here, but Carlos has just turned up in his signature Batman mask, but here we go. The countdown begins. And the BFL continues here at the Seaside Stadium. The blue smoke, it was the red smoke earlier, the blue smoke fills the virtual stand and it's disappeared. Last attack here in this first half, and that is the last act here of the first half. And it will be half time here, but calls for an illegal player maybe in this one. I don't even think, from what I saw, they probably did, but from what I saw, I don't see any reg checks at the start of the match. The reg checks is when they have to check if all the players are registered to play in the match, and from what I've seen, there's not been that many, but it's half time, I believe, here. It should be half time here at the Seaside Stadium. And apparently he didn't register Highfield, so Kammer also saying he's subbed off. I'm actually looking inside the Crusaders change room. That will be the main point. They need to rethink before this second half, and they find themselves 5-0 down here at half time, and this is the point. It'll be an interesting one to see what I've forgotten the name. Don Sammy will have to say after this one. Very interesting. Apparently there's an airstrike. Oh. But I think there's fans that can't get in. Oh, Gary, oh no. We have got an attack here. That was a bit scary. I think Tasaki's got banned, but if you just join us, we've had a attack here, but everyone is okay. Will we have a forfeit? I've seen the word forfeit. When I see the word forfeit, I immediately go to someone is forfeiting. So let's hope no one forfeits here. I've heard a car. I've heard a car. Sammy has a walkie-talkie in his hand. Oh, that's for the tank. There is a tank shooting at the fans. We saw this in oh. I don't think this is not the best show we've ever seen of refereeing, but there's worse. And no players are actually in the changing rooms. They're all mainly on the pitch, and that is quite concerning. Bearing in mind it's half time, and according to the rule book, the game is forfeited. So will the game be forfeited here? You hope not, because we've seen I think it's 5. It's 5, is it? Goals in this one already. Hopefully we expect more in this second half. But yeah, it'll be very interesting. And there are the Crusaders fans. Will they replay the game? To be honest, I have no clue what's going on. There's a forfeit, there's a replay, restart, whatever you want to say. Oh, there is more. There's more. There's more airstrikes. That's not very appropriate for this match. It's usually meant to be a fun family day out. Well, sometimes, but it depends on the. Yeah, it does depend. It is the BFL. It's not all that family friendly, but it's half time here. 5-0 Highfield, who were dominating here in this first half. Crusaders, they need to, like we said earlier, do better in their defending as well as their offensive. They've not really had that many shots to start off this first half. They need to get into this one in the second half if they're to have any chance of staying in this one. So that'll be very interesting to see what happens here. If you want a live score update, I'm going to probably provide them from the EFL. Southampton 0, West Brom 0. But we are just awaiting a resumption of some sort of this match because it's all chaotic, you could say here. We've got smoke coming. We've got blue lights coming from the away end. And I think we're actually waiting for a verdict here. Bear in mind, technically, we're in. Oh, I've just seen that. Yeah, that is probably what's going to happen here, because if it's more of a club responsibility, all eyes on Tayumans. Why is Sammy wanting to? I wonder how we'll drive on the pitch. I believe it's a tank. But anyways, he's just said it's not a ref's error, it's a club's responsibility. And that's what the clubs have to do. They have to register the players. So we'll have to see. But here's the point though, if the referees did check, we wouldn't be in this situation right now. So you could say it is a refereeing error. They didn't check. If they did check, we will be fine right now. We'd probably be...
You're going to Brazil!
What was that? That was very loud. Oh, here we go. It is kicking off. Bear in mind the Southampton players are actually having a shot here. Oh, it's deflected. So anyway, back to this one. It is kicking off. It might be a forfeit here. Highfield. 5-0 up here. This one could be forfeited. A reminder, if you just join us now, it is half time, but there is a bit of a situation going on here, as apparently one of the players is not registered. I think we're saying bye to Carlos. one of the players is not registered apparently, and that has put this game in jeopardy of possibly a restart, a replay, or forfeit. So anything can happen. We are awaiting a verdict here, and it is all kicking off in the corner, and of course it has to be right next to the Crusaders fans who will be watching this one closely. And yes, reminder, we will get a hopefully we should get a post-match interview with Metro and Don Sammy after this one. He is the Crusaders manager. Yeah, Highfield will still win it, but it will just be that the lead will go down. Bear in mind the 5, it should just be a 3-0 forfeit, so it's interesting. Would, though, if we didn't have this, Crusaders forfeited anyway? Possibly, but who knows? It's a hard one. Bear in mind they're already 5-0 down, and it's the thing in the BFL, teams will get slightly demotivated, just like our sporting teams will, when they are down by a decent chunk, and they do find themselves down a decent chunk in this one. So we await the resumption of this one. Just a reminder, at half time, technically it's Crusaders 0, Highfield 5. Mega, the captain, making his voice known for the Crusaders. And it all comes to Bino again. Tried to get a word with him this week. And again, he's playing Rainbow Six Siege. He's probably played that game for a week now. But anyways, replay, that's what I've heard. But that's coming from a Crusaders player. Sammy's saying, do we postpone? Please don't postpone. We've done so much for this one. But decision, forfeit of Highfield for fielding an illegal player. That is from Target. That is from the FA board. So from what we know here, it will be a forfeit here, and the controversy once again in the BFL will continue. This is unbelievable. And we're all on the pitch. Oh no. Well, because of that then, it's forfeited here. Crusaders 3, Highfield 0. And the controversy will continue again. We'll try and get words from all the people involved in this one. We could probably try and get interviews with Target and all that. Target was the one who's announced that. I'm trying to grab a hold of him now. And that is... Oh, it's very bright all of a sudden. I think it's because of the flares. But the final result, Crusaders 3, Highfield FC 5, a forfeit at half-time due to Highfield fielding an illegal player. Just a reminder, say a warm welcome to the BFL. And it's just flown into the away end. This is incredible. But we'll try and get some sort of a post-match interview with Metro in just a second. I'll actually at him right now to see if I can get something. And once again, it's the controversy of the refereeing in this one that's played a part once again, and the smoke is cleared. It's Sammy. From what I've seen, anyways, we're trying, if you're just joining us now, to get a post-match interview here for Metro. But while we wait, we'll quickly take you over the BFL Cup games that come up in the BFL Cup, and it's tomorrow all the way till Monday. And Saturday's game kick-off 6, Manchester host Liverpool, 7 PM Spen Valley take on Everton, and at 8 PM Brentford Town host Torquay United. On Sunday, a kick-off at 7:30, Birmingham hosts Silverthorne, and at 8 PM, CeeLo go against Billericay. And on Monday, this is probably the game that you'll want to see after all the refereeing controversy earlier this week. Darvel host 5 at the Recreation Park, kick-off there at 6 PM.
Yo.
In the Cup. At 7 PM, it's Luckmania, they host Copenhagen, and the final game of round 1, Crystal Palace against Amsterdam at Selhurst Park, and it's slightly calmed down just a little bit outside. We've not got any explosions, and I will just say the pitch is very bright, and I'm just trying to get interviews with people now, but we'll have to wait and see. And it's once again, another explosion. Well done, Sammy. Once again, it's refereeing at the front of this one. The fans are saying replay the match, but they probably won't be heard to. I've got a Brazilian flag around me.
Hello.
I've just got sent. Right, we have got Metro in the VC now. Metro, your thoughts after a bit of a crazy match?
I think we were playing well. They played better than us, but I think we did put up a decent fight against the best team in the entire BFL, and we got justice for the illegal player that they played. I'm quite happy with it, to be fair. But well, look, he's a Highfield. They probably deserve to win.
Well, what are your actual thoughts on the forfeit and the decision that it was not the ref's fault, but the team's fault instead?
Yeah, I think that they should have clocked that he was banned and not played him. But it's not really 100% their fault. It was a bit of a FA's fault as well, but I'm not.
Yeah, well, oh, sorry, go on.
No, I'm alright.
Well, what does this technically win for Crusaders mean for you for the rest of the season? It's a short season, What's it mean?
It's a confidence boost for sure. In a weird way, I think it'll give us a boost for the rest of our games. It's one of the hardest games out of the way now, and we got the win for it, so I'm quite happy with that.
Well, what are you going to say to your players after today's performance? We're just going to say you let in 5 goals, but you did get the win on forfeit. What are you going to say? What are you going to go over in training? What are you going to do to improve?
I think just following the tactics, it didn't really help that I wasn't there for the first sort of 10 minutes to feed into the tactics. But I think after I got there, we did play a lot better, and we only conceded 2 goals, I think, while I was there. So we'll work on properly implementing the tactics into the game and just performing better, I guess. I'm not really sure how to comment on the game.
And finally, I don't know if you've already said a little bit, but your thoughts on the refereeing of this one and the BFL recently. It's all a bit crazy right now.
Yeah, I think the glory days of the BFL have passed now, and it's just a bit of a shambles at the minute. The FA aren't brilliant. The ownership's quite inactive. I think the gameplay and the ball need to be updated with better development. There's a lot of improvement, but somewhere there is the BFL that we all love still trying to break out and be the best league that there is.
Well, thank you for that, Metro. Have a good night and enjoy the result.
Thank you. Same to you.
Well, that was Metro, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to get. Apparently, we got a bench warmer to come on here. Who's wanting to talk here for Highfield? So Metro, don't get a little bit leery in this one. Just trying to add him now. Here he comes. What are your thoughts, you bench warmer? Talk.
Hello. So, to be dead honest with you, like it had it not been for the forfeit, it would have been a close game either way. To be dead honest, I know we scored 5 in the first half, but I'm gonna be dead honest. This forfeit is an absolute disgrace to the BFL. I mean, like, we were told that he was absolutely we were told he was fine to play, and I'm saying this when I legit didn't have a single second on the pitch apart from storming onto it at halftime. So that's all really I would like to say, unless anyone has any questions.
Does anyone have any questions? Metro, do you have any questions?
No, I don't think. I mean, I do understand where you're coming from, being maybe feeling a bit robbed, and I would feel the same. To be fair, I do see where you're coming from.
Like, if other clubs were in this scenario, I would feel bad for them. Unless
Yeah.
it's Billericay.
It's an unfortunate position to be in. To be fair, and I do think you did deserve the win, but on a technicality, we get the 3 points.
Yeah, it's just sad officiating. Not to mention the referee seemed to be too busy making those announcements with saying, "Oh, we switched halves." Incompetence.
Yeah, I think Tuman could. We I was saying this to the players mid game. He's like the most unserious guy ever. I know it's just Europe. It's just Roblox football, and it's a bit of a laugh, but he probably does need to take it a bit more seriously.
Yeah. Right, that's all I've got to say, really. You lot have a good night. Metro, enjoy your 3 points and that, and I'm just gonna go cry in the corner. I'm joking. Right, but
Go cry, go cry.
I will do, mate. Cheers. Alright, see you lads.
Well then, that is a bench warmer. Say that again, sorry. Yeah, I'll wrap it up right now. Well then, that is the end of our coverage here at the Seaside Stadium, and we thank you for watching. It's been another controversial one, and they're going to still talk about this one for probably a day or two. It's finished here. Crusaders 3, Highfield 0 after a forfeit. We thank you for watching, and good night, and thank you to my colleagues. Good night.